All right, guys, today we're going to go over setting up the landing pages for your ads, whether it be Facebook, Google, or wherever you want to post your landing page, the link to your landing page. It's going to be through your Carrot account here. It's fairly simple. Actually, Carrot does a great job with the templates that they give you. Also, we'll be going over the campaigns here, how to set the campaigns up, but this is your basic back end. So what you're going to do is we'll start here at the forms, because you need a form. You need to choose the form that you want people to land on. I changed some of mine around here. Pretty much everybody's going to be using this one. I'll go back here and I'll show you the exact ones that are on the default pages here. This one here has a default page of the forms. So it's going to be this one here that everybody's going to want to send it to. I changed mine around a little bit. You can do the same. You're just going to go in here. If you wanted to change it, I don't suggest changing any of these. Carrot has done an extensive job on these 3 questions and keeping it to 3 questions only. But I did change some of the wording in here and here. You can do that easily, just whatever you want, change it around. Click the update form, and it's nice too, because then as soon as they click that form, it'll go to their second step here, the second step form, right on the website, and to fill out more information, but you get it either way, so it doesn't matter. So I'll close that out, go back into my account here. So mine is the same exact one, but that's what you're going to want to do first, is figure out which form you're going to want to send them to, and most likely it's going to be that other one. And yep, same one here. So when you see the words get your free offer today, it's the same one as yours on your default website. So just change some wording in here and stuff, and that's it for the forms. Pretty simple there. Then we're going to go down to landing pages. Under content, landing pages here. Get some now I did notice a few things wrong. I'll actually show you. So this is what mine looks like right now, and like I said, you can set this up in about 5 minutes. It is literally that easy. If we just preview this up here, this is basically mine. Really simple, really easy. There is one navigation. It is your logo. It will go to your home page. Okay. Other than that, it is going to be just the form that you select, and then also they can share it to their Facebook or they can retweet it. These are also optional too. Forms optional. This is all optional, but to show you the simple setups, we'll come out of this here, go back into here. And a couple things I noticed that are in their back ends. So I'll show you now. So just up here, I'm just going to add new. And these are the forms here. Very simple. But this is kind of what mine looks like now, with just the logo on the top. You can actually demo these, obviously the background and this here, but I noticed if you use this one here, if you actually use this one, it ends up, their back end must, however they set up their default, is it cuts off your logo. If you put your logo in there, it's basically to be set up just like this. And when you start messing around too much with it, and I'm going to show you in a second here, when you start adding things in, it'll mess up your logo. And actually I did one here to quickly show you guys. So all I did over here was add the logo in, and this is what it does. It cuts it off. And that's that one there. So don't mess it unless you just want that particular just this, then use just that. You have other ones here if you want to put some wording in here, but then the form ends up coming out underneath. And from what I understand, what works best is you don't want to have people to scroll. As soon as they land on the page, you want it to be right in front of them to be able to fill out the form right then and there, easy as possible for the person getting on your website for landing on your page. So if you have a particular reason for using these, they're very simple. Again, it's just going in and changing wordings, using images. You pick out your form, and that's it. The one I've used and one I suggest is this one right here. So first, what we're gonna do is you got to name it something. So we'll just put in test here. Highlight this one here. And like I said, you can go through all these and check them all out. They're pretty good, but stick to the formats that they are, because once you really start changing them around, it really starts messing up their back end. And you can go in and change custom CSS, but if you don't know what any of that is, just stick to these, because they are very well built for what they do. So this one right here is the one I used. Name it first, select it, generate landing page. Next step. So right here, just leave whatever your landing page is. I would suggest making, instead of, obviously not going to make a test, but I use mine as sell today or whatever your ad is going to be, because it'll be that for your link address too. You're not really gonna try and rank for it or anything, but every little bit helps, I believe. So first thing you're gonna do is select your opt-in form right here. So again, yours is gonna be the other wording, the what do you have to lose, I believe it is. Mine is get your free offer today. You can go back in, this will just bring you back into the edit the forms. And then over on this side here, make sure you're on landing page, because this is your page, this is your block. There is going to be no content, so the content's already taken care of. Your landing page, I'm just going to come down here. You can change your URL slug if you'd like, but right here is what I've changed. So as of right now, when you look at it, if you preview what it looks like, you're going to have this on the right side, the picture in the background, and your thing up top, and your content will be over on this side right here. Whatever you want to put in, it'll come out over here. But what I suggest is, and what I've done, and what this also does is it will show up first, including on mobile, and I'll show you that on mobile too here. I select this, so your content is on the bottom. This simply is, if you hide your header, we'll save that, update it, and preview. Your logo will be gone, and you'll just have your form directly in the middle. But if you add the simple one in, oh wait, might have to update. Nope, okay. It'll just add your logo up on the top, and it does fit directly on mobile as well. So they're not going to have to scroll, even if it is a small screen. I've looked at them on different screens, and it will be at most, it might just start to cut off the bottom line on a mobile, but for the most part, all of them will fit. It is responsive, so Carrot also does a good job with being responsive. So this will all fit, and the only navigation you will have is this right here, is your logo. So there is to your website if they click on it. Most people I don't think are going to click on this. They're just going to see this and decide whether or not they are going to fill out the form or not, or back out. I also have this, if you're in Gerald's program, I'll put his link below too, but you end up, there's custom coding for this to make your phone number here clickable. So this will, if they're on a cell phone, they would be able to click directly on this, and it would put it right into their keypad. or their phone and call you directly. And then this is basically the layout. There are some other settings here that I want to show you guys though. Oops, let me back out of that. So again, over here, your social buttons. I suggest using these. It's fairly simple, and it's only another way for someone to, if they're trying to share your post with somebody they know, a friend or whatever it is, it's not for your social buttons, it's for sharing your social stuff. So just remember that. So if you look at that, and it's just a small little thing, and it's below, so it's not impeding on anything. Some of the bigger phones though, it'll come up on everything. So they are down here, and they can share it directly or tweet it directly on their social media, which is always great if they do. A little further down here, so now right here, this is to edit the picture, so don't use this. Just cancel this picture out here, and then you're going to add your whatever you want to add here. So these are all my pictures here. So I'm going to just drop that in there. That's it. You'll be hitting publish or update. I don't want to publish this, but just preview, and that'll put your picture in there. And then some other things I wanted to show you here too. So now the simple one, the simple header, is just for your logo. Full header adds in your navigation, and which, from what I understand, is you really don't want. So I'll show you this. My navigation, I also put in some custom CSS for this, but it adds this in, and then it shows it stacked on top. And when you're looking at it on your cell phone, it'll be stacked, and it starts to push the form off of some of the screens, which is what you don't want. And then you don't need any of this anyway. If this is a landing page from your ad, Jason Moss is the one who helped me. Thank you again, Jason Moss, for all your help with this. But if this is your ad, you've already paid for them to get to here. If they're going to fill it out, they're going to fill it out. You really don't need to sell them more, I guess, on this stuff, is kind of what Jason is saying. They do have the option here to go to your page if they really want to read more. And this is also too for branding, like they know they landed on the correct page when they do see that well, this is the ad, and this is where I landed, and this is their form. So this here, I understand the point of it now is not to have this here. So it's up to you, it's your ad, but that's where you change that. The menu and content, so this content here, it would be anything that you put in here, but again, if you start adding content on some of these things, and if the default wasn't set up for it, it starts messing with the how it's laid out, and it starts to become let me just see if this one might work because it's to the side, but let's just say we put a heading in here for heading 1. I'll just put that in there real quick and see where it goes. I didn't even check to see it, but yeah, I don't even see it on here. So again, some of them oh wait, the reason why it's not there, let me go back. So the reason why this isn't here, because it's the content, it's not visible. So you got to put the content visible, save draft or publish, or update it would be, review, and you see and this is what I mean. Some of the templates are just not built, just use the templates as they are. If you wanted to put some wording in, then use one of the templates that does have the wording already in it. Otherwise you would have to go in and change the backgrounds and things like that, which is supposed to be super simple. This here too, so we're going to hide that back, save draft, and then the footer. The footer, some of them they work on. This one it does. The simple footer is just without the navigation menu. And you can see this here. So it will have the footer, but again, is it really necessary? That's something you have to decide. I'm really up in the air about the footer, because you're still going to land on just this. If someone happens to scroll, maybe that is something you want to see, and then if you put the full one on, it'll have your whatever you have on the side of your, we'll put it in and show you here the full. So this full here will be right here, and save. And you'll see it just adds in the rest of the stuff. And again, completely up to you. This here, I've actually built an app for my web page here, so that's just my links there. But that'll also add in if you've added in any sidebar or any custom menu stuff. Again, I have mine hidden. And that's pretty much it. You can move this around. I would pretty much stay with your logo at the top and then the form. But if you like the logo at the bottom, the shaded, the lighter gray is your content, which would be your logo. The gray part, the darker gray part, is your form that you choose. So if you want it at the top, put the form up first, and then that. It's up to you. And that's pretty much it. Your social buttons there, the background image here. Like I said, you can play around with some of these things. That's all you need. Set up took me, after messing around with everything, took me maybe, if I want to build another landing page for myself, would take me under 3 minutes probably. After you've done that, what you're going to do is come back into your menu here, click on campaigns, and these are the ads I'm running right now. Well, this one I just set up an hour ago here. And as soon as you set it up, and I'll show you quickly how to do that. I'm not going to get into how to do an ad, but like where to paste everything. So these here are all before I changed everything. Notice 0 leads, but I just started running this one. As soon as you post it to Google, Google puts their bots on and their crawlers, and you'll get like 10, 12, sometimes 20 clicks within the first split second, and that's just Google or Facebook testing your landing page, make sure it's a valid page and stuff. But for the most part, what you're going to do is to set up your campaign and track it here. Just click on the campaigns here on your menu here, and then new. Any name you want to give it. You have I'll just put the test here, but however you want to track it. There's going to be actually if you want to do Google ad. See, I have Google ad 1 testing. Then you're going to click on landing page. These will populate with just your landing pages. I used to use the page here, but then the landing page. So this is the one I use, sell today. Okay, that'll load. Now these here are for tracking, and they pretty much don't change anything except for if you do use your Google Analytics, which I'm going to show you in a second here, it will show this PPC or whatever you choose here. But they are pay-per-click ads, so we'll choose that, and then the source again. This will show up in your Google Analytics account how you do it, but it doesn't matter. You could do whatever you want. If you're posting to someone's blog site or something like that, and it's an ad there, or however you're using that landing page, you could use other. It really doesn't matter, but it will show up in your analytics however you do it. So say we're going to do this to Google, and then there's just going to be create campaign link. Once that's created, just right here, take this, however you want to copy it to clipboard, and then I'll show you, and then you could use that link anywhere you want. You can just pop it in here and see if it works, and it should go right to that's mine. That's how I have mine set up right there. Go back here and show you quickly my analytics here. Someone was also asking about in the group about seeing mobile ads, or I'm sorry, if someone is going to be on, if they're accessing it through mobile or desktop or however Google Analytics is they track everything. You can see everything, right down to the phone people are using. And so if you've never used it, you really need to maybe go on and take a little lesson. I'm sure there's some YouTube stuff, but nonetheless, under acquisitions here, you do have Google Ads if you're running Google Ads, but under campaigns here, all campaigns. Now I've changed mine quite a bit here, and this is everything. This is including Facebook ads. This will track everything. This is when I was messing around with stuff, and it'll tell you if it's paid ad or whatever it is, and then how many users and sessions and clicks and bounce. It goes on and on, but it is your campaign, and it'll tell you. So when you come into this campaign, I think this is my Google one here. Yeah, see Google paid per click. So I had 41 users click on that particular campaign. Now, when you do go back to here, it would be actually this one here, because this is the older one here. Like I said, that this, even though this one shows 41, Google will crawl your website a lot, and it counts per click, plus also however many times you click on your own. If you're testing, I see this one that we just put up 3 times already. So if clicking on it and copying and pasting it, it's not really the main thing here is your lead. You want to make sure you have an average here, or if you missed your lead, you come onto your page here and you see this lead here, you need to go to that extremely fast. But the real count is going to be on Google Analytics. And there's also, if you don't have it, let me, or actually, is this my Google Ads? Let me just show you two here. I'll go to my Google Ad account. So I'll be doing that too. So this is one of my ads that I'm running here. It's a very small ad, $10 a day, 57 total clicks. And like I said, that going back to here now, oops, going under the campaigns, even though that was said 57 clicks here, this is the actual clicks of all of the ads, because I've changed this, but every time it changes, every time I change it in all the campaigns here, the total would be from this campaign changed. And I believe, is it this one here? Oh, that's my Facebook. But there's another one that would, and it should all add up. It's just that every time you change the ad, you have to add them all up here. But coming to here, so basically when you come out, copy the link here, and when you're putting your ad together, when it comes to the landing page, just simply, if you drop it in there, if you click at it, it's going to bring me through a whole thing. But when you get to the part where you go to the landing page, just drop that right in there, and that's pretty much it. And it'll give you a preview of what it looks like. And it's pretty much, like I said, Kara did a good job with the form and just the logo. It works well. It's completely visible. The user doesn't have to go anywhere with it, and that's exactly what it's going to look like on the screen. It's going to look a little different on a computer because it's going to be wider. You're going to have the full picture in the background and stuff. And this is not scrollable, but if it was, you would see the Facebook and Twitter down at the bottom here. That's that here. And then also I want to show you guys one other thing. If you haven't done this yet, Clarity. It's, again, another free tool to use. I'll quickly show you. I know this is not an actual video to show you how to set things up. I don't know why it's running slow this morning, but I'll show you in here. So these are my campaigns here, or my projects, they call them. They literally record every single person that comes onto your site. And again, this is all free. I'll show you very quickly how to set it up on your Carrot site. But and all you got to do is go to Microsoft Clarity, sign up for your free account. You can sign in with Google, whatever it is, and then I'm going to show you. Well, there's definitely recordings in there because I have 99 sessions. I don't know what's going on here, but they give you the heat maps, where people click, how far they scroll, so on and so forth, and you can watch every single recording that you have. Every time a person comes on, what page they landed on, where they scroll to, where they clicked. You can watch their mouse on there. It's pretty good. And here's like the recording. So this is one of them. You're not going to have any clicks on these really. It basically, if you have a click on one of these on one of your forms, it's going to be they submitted. You had a lead. So if you don't have it, and this is me messing around this morning with it before I was recording this for you guys, but you can come on, you click it, it'll load it, and you'll see exactly where someone clicked, what they did. Again, usually this is pretty fast. I don't know why. And this, you can change. This is only just the past 3 days. And someone was also asking, how do you see mobile and this and that? This is one way of seeing it. You can see PC here, Windows, mobile, what their background was. And this is me messing around this morning, like I said. But you can see. I mean, literally, my mouse. You can see exactly. They show you exactly where you exit, come back in. You'll have a click where you went on the page. It's pretty insane what they track on this, but this is another thing. So real quick, here's your heat maps here if you want to sit here and wait for that to load, but you understand heat maps. But real quickly, when you have to link your domain, obviously, you're going to link your domain. And when they give you these options here to set up, this is extremely simple. Install tracking code manually. This is the one you want for Carrot right here. Just copy the script here. Copy it, or copy to clipboard. When you go into your account here, click Content. Scroll down right here to Settings. Okay. And then Analytics and Scripts. You're going to run a script. And these are my scripts here. I also run Facebook Pixel. That's for running ads on Facebook. It's for a whole nother video. And all you're going to do is just make sure there's a space between anything else that's here. You might have Google Analytics, whatever you have. And just copy and paste this. Just copy that and paste it. And that's pretty much it. That's all you're going to do. And click Save. And you're up and running. Nothing else to do there. And I'll just go back here. I know somebody else wanted to see this as well. So the analytics, so you wanted to see the traffic. Well, that's the regular traffic, Google Ads. We're under, oh, that's right, audience, technology. If you go under browser and operating systems, this is where, mobile overview. And here's the devices here. 110, you can see most people are going to be on their phones. Some people on desktop, and a few people on tablets, but for the most part, it's going to be phones. So make sure everything that you do is going to be responsive and it looks good on responsive. So I'll link a few things below. I'm going to put this on YouTube so I can do a little of the linking and stuff, and then I'll link the YouTube right to our Facebook group there. So, all right, guys, thank you again. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, let me know.